Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the SB Tactical FS1913 brace. Let's get right into the first 30-second breakdown. That's where in the first 30 seconds, give or take, I give you guys my exact thoughts on a product before we get into the full review. You guys can either stop watching right now because you know everything you need to know, or you guys can continue watching and see exactly why I say those things. So the SB Tactical brace, I really like their braces. I would say they're my top braces I usually choose when I'm building a pistol. They just make really good quality braces, and this is the same. It is a very good quality brace. This is the aluminum version, not the polymer version. Now, I can't say for the polymer version because I haven't had enough time with one to actually test, because I don't own one. I've played with one and I experienced a little bit of flimsiness with it. This one is very solid, very sturdy. It folds very easy and it is very thin when folded, which is nice when pairing with a bag, which I carry a Vertex bag. And it is nice because everything's close, thin, you don't have to worry about bulkiness, and it opens very easily, locks into place well, and it's very comfortable, not too heavy. Now the only downfall is going to be the price. It's in that $200 mark for the aluminum one and about $150 for the polymer one. So it's a little bit up there, but braces are pretty expensive, unfortunately. So I don't see that going down anytime soon, especially nowadays with everything going on. But that would be the biggest downfall for me. Now let's get into my relationship with SB Tactical. They did send this to me. I did not spend my own money on it. I have bought a lot of their braces in the past, but they did send this one to me. So I appreciate them for doing that. Now let's get into the full review. So with this CZ Scorpion, I ended up starting with the PDW brace that SB Tactical makes, and I really enjoyed that. At first, I did not think I would just because of its style. Still haven't done a video on that one, but that will be coming soon. But then just for fun and because I wanted to test and compare, I went ahead and switched to this one. So this has been the one that's been on it for a lot longer, not because I like it more, just because it's a lot more convenient. It folds very thin, keeps the gun small, and again, when I'm carrying in this bag, which I carry with me almost every day, it makes it much easier. I haven't tried, honestly, with the PDW, but I know that one sticks out just a little bit more. This fits in this bag perfectly, and so far it's just convenient for what I'm using. So I really do like this brace, and I'm really happy with how it's performed so far. Now let's go over some pros and cons. First, it opens really easily. Just swing it out and it connects and latches on. You don't have to worry about it hitting there and bouncing back or anything. I've never had that happen before. It's always locked back into place. And to close it and collapse it, all you do is put a little pressure upwards and it spins. So super easy to fold down if you want to. You can go from shooting, and then if you want to fold it down, it's very simple to fold. You just have to get your hands in the correct place to do it. Once you get that down, it's very easy. So folding and unfolding is very easy. When it's in that locked position here, it doesn't actually just fall by itself. So if you have to give it a little bit of pressure, maybe some resistance for it to actually fall, it does have some tension to it to keep it into place. So depending what you're doing, where you're moving with this, it's going to stay in that location, which is nice. Now with it collapsed, it is very thin. It does not stick out bulky. If you guys are familiar with the Lall Tactical folding stock adapters, given the design of the AR-15 and it wasn't designed to fold, it is pretty large and bulky when you have it folded. You know, that thing comes pretty far out and your brace is a lot thicker and everything with the buffer tube. It sticks out really far. With this, is very thin, very easy to slide into a book bag and not really have any bulk to it, which is really nice, especially when you're looking for concealability, which is something I was going for when starting this build. Is I wanted something that can go with me everywhere, very easy to deploy, but very concealable at the same time. So thinness is a huge benefit for me. So actual comfort with this, when you're using it as a arm brace and have it here, or if you're using it as a cheek, or if it happens to hit your shoulder, it is decently comfortable. There's nothing super spectacular about it. Like the arm brace feature, it works. It's nothing amazing, but it works. It does work very well for a cheek well because it gives you something here to place here. And if it does happen to hit your shoulder, it is decent. It's nothing too crazy. So there's better things out there. But when you're looking for the size and concealability and everything and the benefits this have, it has to lose some things, and I think that's kind of where it loses. But other than that, I think it is nice. Now for the construction of this, like I said, this is the aluminum version, not the polymer version. I've heard a lot of issues with the polymer versions being kind of flimsy. This is a very sturdy brace. Everything feels good, solid. I can't fold this without actually doing the upward tension, even though I'm trying to push here. I mean, you can bang it around. It feels very solid against the gun. It doesn't shake. It doesn't rattle. It doesn't make a bunch of noise. And when it's folded, it feels solid as well on that gun. So I do like that. Everything seems to be high quality. Just like anything SB Tactical makes, their braces always really seem to be very good quality stuff. And that's a big benefit with this one. So I'm sure a lot of people are gonna ask me, should I get the polymer one and save $50? Because it's a $50 difference. You're looking at $150 for the polymer and about $200 for the aluminum. I found those prices at Brownells where I usually do all my shopping. So you might be able to find them cheaper depending where you go or what deals you have. But those are the prices I found, and it's a $50 difference. Now, what I will say is I would personally just go with the aluminum version and buy once, cry once, because I don't think you're ever gonna get this one and wish you got the cheaper one and be like, oh, I kind of wish I would have got the polymer one. But if you get the polymer one and you start to not like it, you're gonna be like, man, I really wish I would have upgraded. Now you're gonna spend another $200 and you're gonna have wasted $150 when you could have just spent the $50 extra and been happy. So I would say and recommend you go with aluminum. Now, if you're really strict about your budget and you said, I have to spend only $150, so I have to get the polymer one, I would probably say maybe for like a really lightweight gun or a sub gun, the polymer might not be too bad. But the thing is, with sub guns, 9mm ARs and things, the recoil is usually a little bit more harsh than your AR platforms anyway. So again, I recommend the aluminum one. I don't think you're gonna have any issues with the polymer one. I just think back of your head, you're gonna kind of wish that you would have went the aluminum route after you shoot a little bit. But could be wrong, depending on your preference and who you are and what you're looking for out of that brace, you might not. Now, I've seen some videos on the tube where people were shooting them and under recoil, this would unfold and then they would have to put it back, shoot recoil, this would unfold. I personally have had 0 instances of that. I've shot over 1,000 rounds with Scorpion. I haven't had this on a different gun. This is the only gun I've had it on, so maybe it's just a Scorpion thing that doesn't cause it, but I have had 0 issues with this folding under recoil. I've actually had 0 issues altogether with this brace. This brace has been really nice and I've really enjoyed it. So if that's something you're worried about, me personally, never had that issue. Like I said, I've seen some other people with that problem. Hopefully that's something they fixed, because it sounds like they went through and they fixed the mechanism that's in here. But for me, it has ran really flawless and it's been a really solid product. Now for the downfalls, the biggest one's gonna be the price. It's $200. That's a pretty big price tag for this. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow when you're trying to build a gun. $200 is a lot of money. So when you compare it to other braces, I mean, most braces are in that $100 mark, if not a little bit more, when you're looking for an actual high quality, decent, adjustable, and nice features like folding, you're looking at the over $100 mark. So, I mean, it's comparable, but it's still really on the high end, and I'd like to see it come down a little bit. Like I said, I doubt it will because of the way things are going on in the market, but the price is going to be a downfall for me. And then this isn't really a huge downfall, but I want to mention it, and it was already mentioned with the comfort. It's just not super comfortable. I'm going to put it as a downfall just because some of the other braces that are on the market, if you're putting it on your arm, cheek rest, happens to hit your shoulder, it is a fairly comfortable brace and you really don't have any issues with it. And it's almost a lot like a stock because of all the features, other than you obviously can't put it against your arm. But they are fairly comfortable. This one, obviously, with the design and what you're getting, you have to know what you're getting when you're purchasing this. You're obviously going to be losing a couple of things, and that comfort is going to be one of those things because of how low profile this, how minimalist this is, and how thin and compact it keeps it. So as long as you understand what you're getting, you're not thinking this is going to be the most comfortable brace on the market, because it's not. But it's because of the fact that you're gaining so many other things with this brace. So like I said, I don't really want to put it as a downfall because I think this wasn't designed to be the most comfortable. It was designed for this application and what I'm using it for. So I want to mention it. I think it should be mentioned, but if anything, it's going to be in the downfall mark. So with all that being said and taken into consideration, would I recommend this and would I spend my own money on it? Yes, I definitely would recommend this because I think this is a really nice brace. I think it works really well and it has all those nice features that I've already mentioned. And I would spend my own money on it. I have bought a lot of SB Tacticals products and I will continue to support them because I think they make really good stuff. So if you guys want to pick one up for yourself, go check out SB Tactical. Again, I said I use Brownells usually when I'm purchasing anything because their prices are usually the best and they have some deals every once in a while. But definitely go check them out if you want one. They have a lot of other braces and products on their website you guys can check out. If you guys want to help me and the channel, there's a couple ways to do that down in the description. There is Patreon, and then there's another link to my website. From there, I'll give you guys links like Brownells, Cloud Defensive. Anything you purchase using my links gives me a small kickback and shows those companies that I'm generating flow, which helps me out a ton and helps me afford things like camera equipment, editing software, ammo, gun products to review for you guys. If you guys do that, that would be awesome. If not, I just appreciate you guys being here, liking, share, and subscribing. Another company that supports me a ton is Howitzer. Absolutely love these guys. They do a lot for me and I really appreciate them and support their company. They donate 5% of all their proceeds to charity, which is such a cool thing because they donated over $200,000 last year. So they have a lot of really cool t-shirt designs. If you like one, make sure you order it because they change their designs. I mean, they have tons of them. It's not like the same 10 designs. There are tons and tons of designs and they're constantly changing and getting new ones. So really cool company. Link in the description for them as well. So referring to the CZ build, I've got a lot of things planned for this. The COVID has kind of really put everything on hold. In the middle of the year, it was supposed to be done, but there's a lot of things still waiting. So I'm getting a new handguard, new optic, new grip, new mag release, and a new safety selector, maybe a couple other things in there as well. So this is going to change its look a lot here over the next couple months. Still waiting on things. Everything's still a little bit iffy with the COVID, and things just got pushed back so far. So soon this is going to be a completely different gun, and you guys won't be able to recognize it. But it's going to be getting there, and it's going to be very cool and a lot of fun. So if you guys want to follow that, check me out on Instagram. I post daily on there. Facebook as well if you don't have Instagram. Post daily on both of those. I got a Parler app now, and I don't know, I'm kind of iffy about that. It's kind of weird. It's a different platform. Whenever you try something new, it's always weird and uncomfortable until you get used to it and comfortable with it. So I'm going to continue to do that for now. I might end up just ditching it if it doesn't pan out, but right now I'm on there. So if you guys are on Parler, check me out. Everything is Tactical Advisor. And thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for the support, and I appreciate you all.